All right, this week we're making like a radio station and going to the request lines for tonight's The Good Stuff. I got an email earlier this month that started with, "You always seem to have a kind heart that looks for the good in people." When I realized it wasn't for my mom, I read on. "I certainly think my son is the good stuff," the letter continued. "I met her son. There's the proof right there. He likes brown, lots of brown. And tonight's The Good Stuff. We find out what brown can do for him."
As soon as I found out you were doing stories on The Good Stuff, Spencer immediately popped into my head because he personifies the good stuff to me.
20-year-old Spencer Harrison has this passion, a hobby,
That is a B7 package score.
perhaps better explained as an obsession.
Or B9, that's the longest one.
A couple of birthdays, we had the trucks put on his cookie.
Doing my book, my first one ever.
Over the last decade, Spencer's 12 by 15-foot bedroom has evolved into an ever-growing museum. Taylor Swift likes UPS too?
Yeah. Most when she orders some stuff, it usually come by UPS.
Fully dedicated to the United Parcel Service.
There's not like this golden moment that I can remember where all of a sudden it was, oh, it's UPS.
What does brown, what does brown do for you? Let me just ask you. Oh, he knows, down to why UPS picked brown.
It gave them a better look. And it didn't show dirt.
Brown doesn't show dirt, he says.
It was started in Seattle, Washington in 1907.
He's got the UPS smarts, the books, the shirts, the backpacks.
He has a UPS Christmas ornament. It is always the first ornament on the tree.
Oh, check it out. What do you think, man?
Good.
The Christmas lights, baseball, boxes, airplane.
You can track the airplane from the Sweeper Hub to the Louisville.
An app to track those planes, a water bottle, a teddy bear.
I got on eBay and got his first UPS hat.
A bunch of them. A car freshener, pencil, calendar, key rings.
Oh,
Mom has long lost count.
probably 75, 80, 90.
Of all the UPS logoed items either on his walls
First name wasn't UPS.
or on his feet. Quite the collection of brown, with loving help from Mom.
Once you have children, it's never about you again. It's about them. You just want them to be safe and happy and healthy.
But concerns for Spencer's health first began when he was just a toddler.
His first diagnosis was verbal apraxia, which is a neurological condition where he might think he's saying the words,
This is his signature autograph.
but they're not coming out where you can understand it.
Yet there's no misunderstanding his love for UPS.
I will see you on the road, Bo Andrew.
And that includes their regular route driver, Bo Andrews.
We've had an awesome UPS driver that's been really cool with Spencer and just has been very kind.
But the last few months have been a little tough on Spencer. Afternoons waiting at the front window, and no Bo. He's been out with a bad shoulder. So his mom, Sherry, tries to make up for it with occasional drive-bys outside the UPS Shreveport hub.
It's kind of empty today, isn't it, Spencer? If you come by in the morning,
Like around 8:45 to 9 or 9:30, they're leaving.
If you start trying to make sense of how and why, don't.
Even people without developmental disabilities sometimes just find something they love and they stick with it.
The Gacy family, Kim Gacy.
Long ago,
Or
Mom
Casey.
says she
Or
decided to just allow Brown to do what it's doing for Spencer,
I've always from the beginning said Spencer is Spencer.
complete with an incredible sense of humor. What, you have a USPS truck right here in the middle of UPS heaven.
Yes.
One miniature white U.S. Postal Service truck and a room fully dedicated to all things Brown. It's really just a courtesy move of sorts.
My husband works for the United States Post Office.
What are they doing wrong?
Sucky.
Time to meet Spencer's proud dad, Chuck.
Hope I still have a job next week.
You will.
How could they be less, using your word, technical word, sucky?
They need a better look.
But the post office is working on getting a new fleet.
I think he gave up that battle a long time ago. I think he realized it was pretty much hopeless.
Kind of that same feeling Spencer's been left with the last few months with his favorite driver, Bo, down and out with an injury. Couldn't just let Spencer's story end here, gazing out the window at an empty street. So I called Brown,
This is for employees only.
and Brown called me back.
Are we going inside the hub?
I don't know.
What the?
And it slowly started sinking in what was about to happen
What's up? Where you been?
when reality slapped Spencer right in the face with one gigantic smile from Bo Andrews.
You ready to see the play?
Yeah.
Come on.
I must have heard the word unprecedented about a dozen times. A tour inside the hub on camera, mind you.
If you can look over here, you see them how they're loading it on the trucks.
The handling of the packages,
How many trucks can fit in here?
Oh, in here, how many vehicles inside?
to questions about the neighborhood trucks. Bring your comfy UPS shoes for this one. Downstairs, upstairs, big packages and small.
Did you see that trailer empty?
Yeah.
And it'll unload, and there's like this person here.
There wasn't an inch of the workings of this place Spencer didn't get to see, inside and out.
I can't put it into words.
Man. One day I will.
This is like his dream come true, and it means so much.
Oh my gosh. This up high. This is up high.
But his highest moment of them all wasn't spent way up in the captain's chair
53
foot.
53 foot.
or impressing the bosses with his knowledge about UPS trailer regulations.
In some states, you get all triples.
You're exactly right, out in California. That's right.
It was spent, at least on this day, no longer restricted to just looking out the living room window from members of his extended family.
This is Spencer Harrison. Hey, Spencer, how you doing,
Good.
man? Fan.
On this day,
Nice to meet you,
She's on my route sometimes.
Oh yeah?
he was part of the Big Brown team.
He has such a pure heart, and he wants desperately to fit in and be like everybody else.
Come on, Spencer.
Sometimes that's a struggle if you have different abilities.
Spencer, this is Josh.
How you doing, Spencer?
Kenny Leone. Hey, brother, how you This is Spencer.
All drivers. Gather around close for me, please.
A super pleasure to introduce to y'all one of my favorite customers.
A team leader at the daily morning meeting.
I declare it's a Spencer Harrison Day at UPS. Oh, it's fantastic. This is great. We've been talking about doing this for years, and today it's come to materialize, and so this is fabulous.
I did not know he was coming. None.
Well, this is a big surprise.
I know, yeah.
And as the proudest Brown in town, it was time to send his team off to deliver those packages.
All right, Spencer, I want you to tell me one thing. What is the safety tip going to be today?
Stay hydrated and drink a lot of water.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can't thank everybody enough because they really did make his dream come true today. He will talk about this forever and made this mama's heart very happy.
A huge thanks to the UPS corporate office in Atlanta, Georgia, and Reginald and Herb, and of course Bo, for making this day happen for Spencer. They also hooked him up with a dozen more UPS gifts, from duffel bags to coffee cups, so his collection continues to grow. He's going to need a bigger room. Hey, and I've got some good stuff for you on a friend that we introduced you to just a few weeks ago. Take a look.
Oh yeah, Seattle, Washington, baby. The Aquatic Center, yep.
1 month ago, we first met Jamie Hickman, a Special Olympian from Shreveport. She and the rest of Team Louisiana are in Seattle, Washington for the U.S. Special Olympic Games. This is part of the opening ceremonies you saw there. She'll be competing in 2 swimming events. Wishing her and everyone there the best of luck in Seattle.